Hello everyone and welcome to a new unboxing video. I'm Fatui and we're going to take a look at a little bit of interesting little device here that I've been using. This here is the second one that I bought. So this here is a wireless adapter from Mayflash called the Magic S Pro. And what it does, it actually allows you to use any controller, almost any controller, on either a Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PC, Neo Geo Mini, which is the Neo Geo Mini that they released, so that has preloaded games, and the PlayStation Classic, just like the Nintendo Classic and Super Nintendo Classic. They made a console that has USB, so you can plug this here in, and it works flawlessly. So I'm just gonna show you how it works and why I use it, because especially on PC, and if you have an expensive controller like like I have, which is a PlayStation, this here is a PlayStation 4 controller, the DualShock 4. You can see this here is not an official one, or it is an official one, but it doesn't look like it. First of all, you will see the D-pad here is different. The analog sticks are different. That's because it's modded, and also these here are triggers are different. And that's pretty much because I wanted something that had a better control of it, so I use this one here pretty much on everything. And I actually have, I'm in a queue to get up to DualShock 5 with the same mod actually. So what I'm going to show you is what's in here. So what you get is pretty much a converter here, which is for the Switch, because this here is just a dongle for USB-C to USB-A female, and then you get this here. And this here tells you what it actually supports. So it supports PlayStation 4, 5. You can firmware update it also if you hook it up to a PC, and so on and so forth. So let us do a little test. It is really, really simple. Hook that sucker up. Let's do this, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to hook this here up, and you will see it light up. So now the first thing you need to do is get a USB that fits the controller that you want. So a USB here, plug it in for the first time. Then you plug it in on your controller. And then you hit a button here, and you will now see that I am using it, as you can see. That's pretty much it. If you want to go wirelessly, it pairs immediately mostly. There it is. There you have it. You can see the signal will, when it's trying to pair, this here will blink. This here light will blink, and when you start it up, it will turn steady, and then it's paired. And if you want to use a different controller, a quick way of switching controllers is actually hooking up here. If you want to go back to cable, plug it out. Now it's disconnected. That means the controller here. Let's switch over to Xbox. Oh, this here is an Xbox. This here is an Xbox S. So give me a sec. I need a different cable. There we go. There we go. And for the Xbox, this here is from S. This here is the new one, the Series S. This here is USB-C. This here is USB micro, so we don't need that. But we need this here cable. So the first time that you connect, you pretty much do this. It starts up, and there we have it. As you can see, works perfectly. Want to go wirelessly? You can see it's blinking. And I think actually this here is probably gonna synchronize up to, yeah. It's starting up my Xbox because, okay, let's see here. Because it's synced up to this, so let's see, will it do it? Let's see. And let's see here, did it go out? Da, 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 da. I am guessing. Yeah, okay, so this here needs to repair. Let's see. And there we go, and hook that sucker up. Ah, yes, now I know actually why I'm turning it off, because again, I'm used to these, everything is switched on the okay. Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably using my it's connecting to my Xbox One S. Okay, but anyways, you get the drift. So again, just to show you, let's switch it back to the other one here, hooking up the right cable. Hooking it up. Works perfectly. Checking the light here, as you can see. Plug out. It goes steady. So if you have a controller that you use, you can sync it up. This one here, you probably might need to desync from your current device. Sometimes that happens, but all in all, it works with everything. So that is why it is so easy, and you can pretty much just switch it over to, if you want to go ahead and use this here for instance, on an Xbox, you can do that. If you want to use this here on a PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, with a special controller that you have, you can use a Switch controller also. Supports everything. And that's why I like it. It takes all the guesswork out, and if you're used to one typical controller, this here makes things so easier. On PC, why should you have this here for PC, for instance? PC has support natively for both of these here. Some games have a little bit of trouble with the DualShock because the drivers are not natively supported. You could need some software for it. This here is natively supported, of course, because this is Microsoft. But sometimes, especially with older games, for DualShock Switch, which uses a different input layout than the Xbox, it's just easier to use this here, because this here actually emulates on the PlayStation and Xbox configuration, even though it's actually receiving if you go with Steam, it actually shows it as a DualShock, and that's why I like it, because I don't need software. It's constantly the same thing, and I can update it to support many other things. If this here has firmware, I think it's 1.10 or 0.10, I can't remember. It supports the DualShock 5. I think Rumble is the only thing that's not supported yet, so they are constantly updating it. It's around 25 to 30 bucks, and that's what I use. You can also get a different one. This here is Mayflash. Brooks Super Converter is also there, but the difference thing with the Super Converter is The super converter, you need to buy a USB dongle. They are a little bit cheaper, but they are only meant for a specific device. For instance, one of the colors, which is red and blue, that is for the Switch. It supports a lot of controllers, but you can only use it for the Switch. And that's why I use this one here, because I can use this for the Switch, a PlayStation 5, a PlayStation 3, a PlayStation TV, if I wanted to. As long as it has USB and the drivers are supported, it works. Xbox, you name it, and everything, all the controllers should work. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Hope you liked it, hope you enjoyed. Check it out if you want it. Again, it's the Mayflash Magic S Pro, this one here. And it's around 25 to 30 bucks. Yeah, around 28 euros, I think, including tax for the EU people. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Later, guys.